Hey guys. Hey guys, before we start this installment of Doki Doki Literature Club, I do want to say this game is not suitable for children, and yeah. If you, or for the faint of heart, if you are either of those things, then you probably should not be watching this, because things are about to go down. Anyways, let's get right into it. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is really texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will go great. Hey! You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course. I'm the club president, after all. That's not a reason to know that. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about that quickly? That we're a couple now? I wouldn't go that far, but I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Ooh, oh, I don't trust that, bro. Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki poems from the ones they performed during our practice. So what's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Get out of... Oh. This ain't a poem, homie. I ain't reading this. That's just too much. You know, get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head. Oh, sorry, percentage. Oh, get out of my head, 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 get out of my... Yeah, get out of my... Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know what is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished, it just stops moving. Oh! Okay. Okay. Oh, chills everywhere, dude. I'm not even joking. There's chills everywhere. Anyways, reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Aviator? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. I wonder why. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? Trust me, it won't take that long. I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Micah calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I race to Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. So, from the beginning, you heard it, but I'm going to say it again anyways. If you're not okay with suicide or anything of that sort, either skip ahead or stop watching. Okay, let's get this over with. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. Oh, I really don't want to click. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sayori. Oh, I hate that so much. What's going on? An exception has occurred. File game/script-character 5. Oh, this is creepy, bro. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sorry, I wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpful, Les? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her. I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swimming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like I had always been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and it wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 I'm gonna guess it's gonna keep saying never. Or not. Okay, cool. End. Sure it is. Anyways. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay. No, just me. Just Mule's getting like a bunch of tutorials. Okay. No. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she is totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk together. Used to walk to school together on days like this. But starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. Okay. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on an average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any interest to me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Aviator? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. Totally. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... Oh, what did you come here for anyways? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Oh, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Aviator. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me very happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Aviator. You know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're very important. You're more important. Oops. Totally didn't mess that up. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. Yeah. Yes. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. If you hear any, like, beeps or whatever, that's a message from Steam because someone keeps spamming invites for me to play golf with friends. There's another one, in fact. Monica is full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Aviator. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Oh yeah. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No. Idiot. I'm Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual, and this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah. It's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Aviator in a classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know, sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Aviator? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I sit next to Monica. So, I know you don't really plan on coming here. You didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. I mean that, you know. I believe you. For now. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Aviator, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. What? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, you know, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without even thinking after seeing your sad smile. Anyway, what about you? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build a deep and complex fantasy world. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. JK. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. You seem so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I have been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. It's stupid. Why is that? Well, Mitsuki's eyes dart over to me for a separate second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine, fine. Atsuki, you write your own poems? Oh, well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Atsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Okay. Do you have a writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hi, I got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Quizzically, I don't know. Let's all go home and write our poem of ourselves. Wait, of ourselves? No. Write a poem ourselves. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. And besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Avieta? Hold on, there's still one problem. Oh, what's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, the girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Avita. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation, and besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, alright, okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Evita? Yeah, it could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Evita, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time.
Thanks, I guess. That's not weird at all.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Aviator, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star of Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. Baby. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day with school? Spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? You know what, guys? Oh, why not? Stare at the dot to reveal a special message. Or click the dot. I don't like that. Okay. That didn't work exactly. Okay. Well then, we will end that episode off here. Okay then. We will end this episode off here. If you enjoyed, hit that like button. And make sure you destroy it, in fact. You know, just destroy it. We don't need it. It'll come back for the next person who watches this video. And, you know, if you're new, why don't you, you know, if you're new, you enjoyed the comment, you know, commentary, you enjoy the video itself, you enjoy everything about it, or anything about it, why don't you, support and hit that like, subscribe button. That way, you know, you become a part of the squad. So yeah, without further ado, that'll end this video off. Peace out. Bye.